Welcome back to another episode of Amonos with Ricky Novea. This is episode 24, I believe, which is kind of ironic because it is, I think, Kobe's day after his death or his birthday. I don't remember because there's a special birthday out there. Shout out to Willie Reyes, the homie, Big Willie Tanga, Big Black. It's his birthday today, and we're going to go celebrate a little bit later, all right? It's hot. I know it's still summertime. What else could we complain about? But I do have a very lovely guest, and she's really funny. We had her on the showcase not that long ago for Puro Laughs, the first official Puro Laughs showcase. And dude, there's no introduction, but give it up for Lala Kellems. Hell yeah.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
Thank you. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Just hot. You know, I kind of messed up on the time, you know, because I was like, I could squeeze in a workout before this podcast, and I was like, maybe I should have not, because I do take the time to cool down, you know what I mean? I need a lot of time to cool down, so I'm still sweating.
Yeah, I heard it takes at least 20 minutes to get rid of swamp ass.
Yeah, I'm swamping it right now. Hell yeah. You had a show yesterday. How did that go?
It went awesome. It was at Wrightwood, California. It was Wrightwood B&B, and they host a lot of amazing shows, a lot of comics. I know Craig Ferguson was there at different times. There's a lot of amazing people, but it was Chris Neff doing his 1 hour, and we filmed the whole thing. And
oh fuck, that's even more fun.
Yeah. So I had 10 minutes, and then Drew Bach, and then we had Elise.
Oh, Drew Bach. Okay.
Yeah, and so it was fantastic. It was a great crowd. The audience was fantastic. I don't think I've had an engaged audience like that since I started.
Really?
Yeah. It was that good. The roars were amazing.
So was it like pretty packed out then?
Yeah, there was a decent amount of people. A lot of OC people came to support us, which was awesome.
That's dope. I love seeing like when comics come out to support other comics. Like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And you can pick that up if you want.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah, don't worry.
It's
okay.
my vape.
It's the vape, dude. But yeah, I like when, like, for our last showcase, you know, it was a great comedy show, but obviously we needed more people in the crowd, but there were some comics that showed up and came to support, and you know, we very appreciate that, and that's how it should be, you know?
Yeah.
We should support comics whenever we can, and I know sometimes it gets expensive, but whenever you have time and money, just come support, dude.
I think, and at the end of the day, within the comedy field, it's like that's all we have is just supporting each other and being there. And you know, whether it's helping with a tag or it's being there and just being a seat in the audience, like that kind of support, I feel like goes a long way, not just in comedy but also just like personally. Yeah, no,
I 100% agree. We actually met officially at the Red Room for, I think I was featuring for that one, or I was doing a spot, and you were doing the open mic, and it was pretty cool. I didn't stay because I had to go fucking support Gil at Idiots United, but you've been hustling, dude. I see you post all the time that you're doing something, and that's very admirable, you know. I always respect people that take the time and just fucking go to any open mic, say yes to a lot of like events, because I feel like that's how it should be, you know. Yeah. That's how it should be. That's how you're gonna get better. And how long have you been doing comedy for?
So it's been about a year and change. I took a couple months off because I have seasonal depression. So I decided it's best not to spew hate and just to write and then figure it out once I feel like I'm in a better spot. So took a couple months off during winter and kind of hit it hard when I came back after that. And I just try to say yes to everything, try to hit double mics when I can, because that's the best advice I've been given, is just keep doing it.
And how do you balance like your comedy life with your actual like regular life? Like, do you ever feel like sometimes it can be overwhelming, or like when you do feel like it's overwhelming, like what do you do to kind of like calm your nerves?
So I try to prioritize sleep as much as I can, because I will be out until 2-3 o'clock in the morning at a show, and then I have to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. So there's days where I will just, after work, I'll just sleep until the next day, just to try to like build up some stamina. And I try to go after the mics that I know I really enjoy, and I know that like I'll get a lot out of, and I'll prioritize those and then try to fit other ones in when I can.
Yeah, I was just listening to a Hot Breath podcast, right? And the most recent one, they were talking about Brian Simpson was talking about like the quality of mics that you do instead of the quantity, because he was saying that a lot of people go to mics and like hit a bunch of mics, but they don't get the quality of it. So he's like, it's kind of better if you go with the game plan, know what set you're gonna do, know what jokes you're gonna kind of like mess with to get a different reaction and stuff like that. And I agree, because like obviously we're humans, you know. Like we got a lot of shit on our plate, especially as a comic. Like we have work, we have like the social life, we have, you know, friends and family, and we still need to make time for ourselves. So I mean, I get it, you know, and that's good. Sleep is the number one thing that you need. If you're sleep deprived, you're not gonna think straight, and you're just gonna be moody. Like that's how I get sometimes, you know what I
mean? Yeah, exactly. Don't talk to me until I've had coffee, because then I'm just gonna be
right.
I'm the crypt keeper. You don't want to fuck with me. Yeah.
What's your go-to order for coffee?
How it really depends on where I'm going.
So let's say Starbucks.
Okay, so Starbucks. I really like their salted caramel cold foam.
Oh, that's good.
Cold brew.
Yeah,
that shit is delicious, but it also makes your ass grow 8 sizes right after you drink it. So
does it? It hasn't worked for me yet. I'm waiting for that.
Thick girls.
Thick girls.
But I try to do I have this one. So listen, this is what I do. I do an iced coffee, and then you add cinnamon dulce, or is it dolce?
No, it's dulce. Like
dulce, yeah, dulce, and then some heavy cream in there. Delish. It's delicious.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I do like the cold, whatever that fucking cold brew from time to time, but I usually just get an iced Americano with sugar-free vanilla, just to give a little bit of sweet to it. But yeah, I just kind of force myself to like black coffee.
Yeah, you're an adult.
I'm an adult now. Yeah. I'm mad. I can't get those fucking frappuccinos and lattes and stuff like that. All right.
We desensitize to happiness. So gotta go straight bitter.
It's like whiskey. Like you have to drink whiskey by itself or on the rocks, because we're men. All right, we can't like that sweet stuff. Okay.
Oh, you guys are missing out, because my favorite is a mojito.
Mojito?
Yeah, I can't drink alcohol straight. It has to be with something sweet, or else I am gonna vomit.
I mean, I vomit with the sweet stuff after like a few. I remember I went to fucking downtown Fullerton. That's like the last time I was like, I'm ever gonna fucking mix sugary drinks.
Oh.
I had like 4 LA waters and then like 1 Adios, and I didn't black out, but I got fucked up and I was throwing up everywhere.
Oh God.
And, yeah, never again.
Was it blue?
It was a bunch of colors. I don't even know what it was. Thought I was dying.
Just a psilocybin dream.
Yeah, right
coming
there,
out of your mouth.
I'm surprised my friends didn't take advantage of me, honestly. Like, it would have been a perfect time. They could have done it, you know? But, you know, shout out to those good friends that take care of you when you're drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. I lost that one. Cut that part.
Cut it out. But, okay, we were talking before we started recording. You were telling me that you do, what kind of work do you do?
I work at a veterinary laboratory. So all blood, poop, pee, everything that could come out of an animal comes through me. Not physically, but
it's just kind of like, this tastes like
diabetes.
Diabetes. And you were telling me that a lot of those vets get kind of like angry at you. Why is that?
So a lot of them are impatient with results, and especially when it comes to worms, they for some reason they go bananas for worms, and they want to know if the shit sample they sent in has worms in it, and they will call you repeatedly, hour by hour, in order to get a result. When you cannot speed up science, it's physically impossible.
Science, man.
Yeah.
Science. You know, I have some similar, like, something similar at my job. So I work for a third-party vendor, right? And we basically just get, like, vitals for the well-being of the patient. Mm-hmm. And we've been getting these scam calls from India. Fucking no surprise, right?
Yeah.
And they change their name every fucking time, but we know it's them, and they're asking for medical records. And we can't send medical records, like, by law, just by email or like anything like that. Like we have to, like, it's because of HIPAA and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And they call saying that they're that insurance, and I'm like, well, wouldn't you guys have it? You know, like, why are you calling us? You know?
Yeah.
And the last time, like, I was pissed, because it's like, it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of you know, I could be doing other shit. And I told my supervisor, I'm like, hey, they're calling again. But I'm like, but this time they're saying that they're this person, you know? And she looked up the number, and it says, in the I forgot what fucking program we use, but it says, do not answer or give them any information. It's a scam, okay?
Oh,
It's a scam. And I was going to tell her, I'm like, oh, let me just keep handling this, you know? And I was going to keep them on hold. I'm like, hold on, I got to talk to someone else and put them on hold. And she's like, no, just tell them that we see that they're calling from this number and just tell them that they can't send anything that to call this, like the actual insurance company or medical group.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it, dude.
I know. And you get tripped up on that. The legality of it is you get tripped up on that, and it's a $10,000 fine if you give them any information.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I know when I used to work at Smart and Final, some guy fell for it. He was saying that corporate was calling to ask for like 200 gift cards, and he was just giving them the information.
Oh.
And they ran up to $2,000, and by the time he realized it, like, it was already too late. I'm surprised they kept that fool in the job, but it was pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like some kind of like underground scheme.
Yeah,
we should start thinking outside the box on this.
We should start scamming people. How about that?
Yeah.
We should take notes.
Scammers Inc. coming to you soon.
Hell yeah. But we gotta scam the bigger companies. We can't scam other people.
So what kind of company do you think? Obscurely, allegedly.
I think McDonald's, because their machines never work and their ice cream machine never works. Ooh. So we should scam them.
That's true. They have great fudge. Yeah,
we should probably scam Chipotle, because Chipotle never gives us the proper portions of fucking food that we pay for.
And the guacamole.
Well, yeah, dude, they charge a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we still go, but it's just, fucking... I forgot what I was going to say.
Take care of your people.
Take care of your people, damn it. Fucking give us the right portion of serving, damn it. And supposedly they're gonna give us like more servings, and I still haven't seen anything. I still have to order double protein.
Yeah. They need to go down. Scammers Inc. coming.
Scammers Inc. coming. Damn it. What's your favorite like go to place to eat? Like, do you like what's your favorite fast food? How about that?
Oh, okay. Favorite fast food. I would probably have to say, as a Southern California girl, I'd probably have to say In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. I mean, it's good. Some people say it's not that good. They're like, oh, they're tiny ass burgers. There's not that much meat on it. But In-N-Out's pretty consistent. I've never had a time that I'm like, oh, this shit wasn't good today. It usually is always good.
The animal style fries, that's where it's at 11 p.m. while I'm watching my trash TV and just scarfing down on that TV. As it's dripping down here, and I'm like,
what do you like watching then?
Oh God, it's a list. So the best one ever is, it's called My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Oh my God, that makes my sphincter sizzle. It is so good. It's all these people that are in a little rural, being nice areas of the United States, and they're gypsies. So they're just, I don't know, they do their gypsy things.
They're stealing stuff.
They are Scammers Inc.
Yeah, shout out to James Jablonski. That's the only gypsy I know, man.
James, you're repping well.
You're repping well, James.
We love you.
We love you, James. Yes.
But yeah, they start having weddings, and they're usually with another gypsy person, or if it's not a gypsy person, they refer to them as gorgers.
Gorgers?
Yeah, that's like a derogatory word for people that are not gypsies.
It's like the N-word of gypsies?
Yeah.
not gypsies? That's crazy.
Gorge, it's the G word.
It's a G word.
It's yeah, and then they just have these knockdown, drag out fights before the weddings.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's fighting. Oh, it's amazing.
That sounds like a Mexican wedding, actually. You know what I mean? We have, Mexicans fight all the time in fucking weddings, and sometimes they don't even want that partner, they get forced because, you know what? The husband's father gave 3 cows, and shit like that, so it's like,
it should have been 4.
Yeah, I remember, the shows that I used to like to watch, obviously it was like Jersey Shore, right? But the one that I did like to watch a lot, there's a lot. Okay, so I'm thinking right now of My Life is Liz. Do you remember My Life is Liz?
Yes.
That was such a fucking good show. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That shit was a good show. Liz was fucking hot. She was the when Paramore was like all, that scene and everything like that. The hair and everything.
The MySpace days. And then also there was one, it was like all their significant others were douchebags. Oh, I remember this one.
I don't remember the name of it.
Oh God, what was it?
Is she really going out with him? Is that it?
Yes,
That's probably another one.
No, that sounds exact. What?
I think it's that. I think that's another one.
I feel like that one was on MTV or something.
Most of the prime television was on MTV before it was all ridiculous.
Oh God, they had some great stuff on MTV.
Okay, well, it comes out with lyrics. I'm not trying to get the lyrics. I guess it's a song. MTV. Jesus Christ.
It had to have been MTV. MTV was the Tesla of the 2000s.
I think it is that one. Let me look at the images. What the fuck? No, it's just showing Snicky now.
You need.
It was something like that. Is she really going out with him? That was one of the shows, because I remember like there was this guy, like he was like you know, like everybody wear like Fox and fucking
yes,
all those biker like brands and stuff, the motocross brands, and like this fool was really into himself, and he'd be like, oh, you know, dank, that's dank, bro, and it's like, what the fuck, like what's dank? He's like, well, dank means it's way bomb, bro, you know, like all that fucking weird shit, dude. That shit was fucking. That was a prime time. The early 2000s, late 2000s.
It was so great. Just double fisting the rock stars.
Yeah, and double fisting the rock stars, dude. That. Did you have a scene?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Hell yeah.
I graduated 2007, and it was very prominent between like 2004 and 2007.
Okay.
It was wild. And I wore these little Rite Aid shoes, these little slip-ons that were like very, very slim, very scene-like. And I had my pants, and they were bootleg, and I sewed them to be skinny jeans.
Okay.
I like sewed them down. It was hideous. It was bad. I should have just bought
skinny jeans.
But I decided, like, no, we're going to do this right. And I was in, like, stage crews, so I did a lot of, like, set design. So I knew how to sew. And, I sewed my pants, and I looked like the biggest asshole in the world.
I remember I used to wear Famous a lot.
Oh.
That was my MySpace name, was Mr. Famous.
Oh,
that was
God.
such a fucking douchebag thing, dude. I used to wear Famous so much, man.
Did you wear the hats with the bill straight out?
No, I didn't really wear hats at the time. I think the only hat that I had was fucking oh my God, this is embarrassing. I was with some chick in high school, middle school and high school.
Okay.
And I went to the Knott's Berry Farm trip, right? And at that time they were making like fucking like trucker hats with where they do like the airbrush, right?
Okay.
And I had her initials on them, and I had like the monster colors on it, which was like green and like light green. It was a fucking sick ass hat, but embarrassing now that I think about it. And the funny thing was, because like her initials would spell out Mas.
Oh gosh.
So I just say like Mas, you know, like fucking more, dude.
Oh, that is the gateway to getting a girlfriend's name tattooed on you.
Yeah, luckily it was just a hat, and I didn't get it tattooed on myself. Yeah. I refuse to get a woman's name tattooed on my body. Okay,
that's good. That's good. I think as a man, and I'm just saying this just as maybe something to think about.
Yeah.
I think a question that should be asked in dating on the men's side is, has anyone had your name tattooed on them?
Dude, that's actually pretty good.
Because I would say 3.
About that. You would say 3?
I would say 3.
This happened to you 3?
3 people have tattooed my real name on them.
Jesus Christ. Damn, Lala.
I know.
Killer, dude. That's what I call Lala Kellems.
Yeah. So I'm out there.
That's fucking awesome. And then imagine just like that their new significant others, like, who the fuck is Lala, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hope it happens. I hope you're watching.
I hope you're watching right now. That's crazy. I've met after my last relationship, I met a lot of single moms that had their baby daddy's name or initials tattooed on them, and then that should have been the red flag right there.
Yes.
But it was still fun while it lasted. You know what I'm
saying? Well, where was it? Where were they tattooed?
One was on the ring finger, like on the inside right here. I think most of them were right there. I don't remember thinking it was like it was on like their other body part, you know, but it was on the ring finger. Yeah. Just to show that they're a down ass bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, obviously. Well, at least that means love, because you could get it right here, and that means no love.
Or a tramp stamp, you know?
Yeah, I did that. I did that with my ex-husband. I got his name. He actually tattooed his name on my back. I got it covered.
Nice. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was not good.
Do you mind talking about him? We were talking about that as well.
I would love to.
What happened?
Okay, so when I was in high school, I was doing drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs,
and,
kids. Share 'em.
I think I was a little bit ADHD undiagnosed because I was really into stimulants, and it really kind of brought me down a little bit. And just, I don't know. I think medical intervention is absolutely needed when you have something going on. And I just didn't. So I started going to meetings thinking like maybe this is going to be better for me, and I stopped using. But then I found this dude and we became the greatest love story of all time at a Narcotics Anonymous meeting. Yeah. Just going up there getting our chips like, this is for you, Bill. and yeah, he was in and out of jail a lot because he kept violating his probation.
Jesus.
And it was we got together. I was 19. And then when I was 24, we got married, and he had just gotten out about a year before we got married. He had just gotten out of Folsom Prison. So he was in like old Folsom. Yeah. And he gloated about it because he's just a dumbass. And
I was in the same jail.
I was in the pen.
I was in the pen. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
With my name tattooed on him. And yeah, so we got out, and a couple years into us being married, it was about 2 years. It just like I found out he was cheating on me.
Jesus.
And I was obviously not enough for whatever he was looking for. And then I had to go to therapy because I was super messed up over this 7-year-long relationship. That
7
was really
years is
toxic.
a long time. 7 years is a long time to maybe go to therapy for about
that.
So I don't blame you, man.
He took me to therapy one time, but it actually was it was a Scientology therapy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because it was free and he was looking for something that would be cost effective.
Yeah.
And it was Scientology, and I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. What is going on? If you're in Scientology, like, we love you, but
I don't. Fuck Tom Cruise, okay? That motherfucker.
With your platform shoes.
Yeah, you fucking guy.
Yeah, so he went back to his first love, which was methamphetamine.
Damn.
And he moved up to Victorville, which is the holy mecca for that. And then he ended up committing murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was it... Who was it, or what happened?
So in my set, I say that he murdered the next person that he was with, his next girlfriend, but that is just creative writing. He actually did murder somebody, but it was a guy. It was a guy, and I don't know the whole situation, even though I'm nosy as fuck and I tried.
Yeah,
I tried. Shout out to his other ex-wives. We got together. We tried to figure it out. Mary, I see you. I love you. And
is it like a Facebook group of like?
Oh yeah,
dude. Okay, hold on. Let me stop you right there. I found. Hold that thought. Don't forget. Okay.
Yeah.
So I found out there's a Facebook group of like, oh, did you date him too or some shit like that? Do you know about that?
Yes. Oh, I'm in it.
It's crazy, dude. I don't think men would do that, but women will.
Oh, know? They do. There's one for men.
Dude, I found that out and I was like, that's very interesting. And then they all hang out. They all hang out together and they get together and then just, I don't know, maybe talk shit about them and then try to figure shit out. But yeah, just out there, just guys, the reputation's on the line. Just
it goes by county.
It goes by county.
It goes by county. So if you're multi-county, baby, you're Facebook famous.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your story.
So the situation supposedly was something drug related, and him and his buddy went out and they shot this guy, and they didn't just shoot him, they both shot him, and then they lit him on fire. Like,
ooh, that's hot.
What did I do to create this situation? Is my narcissistic mind goes, did I create this monster?
Do you know what? Maybe he just couldn't live without you, that he decided to fucking try another gender, and then people found out and he had to kill that person and burn him alive.
I think you're right. And what's great is that he could be with all of his men again.
Yeah, that's interesting story, dude. I'm glad it wasn't you that got murdered. You know,
for sure.
Maybe it was another tweaker. Maybe it was just a tweaker moment, and tweaker shit happens sometimes. You know, fucking, I see them all the time, and they do some weird shit sometimes. So who knows?
Yeah.
But that's a great fucking story. Yeah, I've heard you talk about it, and I was just like, oh shit, like that's interesting. And stay away from meth, guys. Just saying, stay away from meth. Do other drugs. Do crack.
Cocaine's a little lighter.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It sure is.
Hell yeah. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Is there any embarrassing moments that you've had on stage?
Oh God, yes. There's this one that lives rent free in my brain all the time. I was at the Rec Room. Shout out R.I.P. Rec Room.
R.I.P. Rec Room.
There was this one time, and I was so new, and I was so nervous that I was like, I had the mic, and I was shaking like this as I was up there, and I tried just saying these one-liners to try to just like get more comfortable. It was maybe my 7th time on stage.
And one-liners are hard.
Oh my God.
They're fucking hard.
So I had this one, and I'll never forget it because I think about this all the time and how shitty I felt after. I said, if I was deaf, I would start a gang, and we would be called the Finger Bangers.
The Finger Bangers? Oh, wow.
And no one laughed. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go die now. And then I got off, and everyone fist bumped me, and I'm like, I know you hate me. I know you hate me. I know. And I was like,
you know, the thing is, like, when like people fist bump you after like a bomb, you know, it's because they just know they've been there, especially if they're comics.
Yeah. But
it takes, you know, you have to give comics respect no matter how good or bad they did or they fucking suck, whatever. Because it takes balls. It takes ovaries to get on stage. So, you know, I get it. I've had a similar experience at the Rec Room, and I was like thinking, oh, dude, there's a crowd. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do good, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I started getting nervous because I saw all the other comics, and I was still fairly new. I was only like a couple months in, and I bombed, and it was a really bomb. You know, the worst thing is when you say a joke and someone's like, oh, that's funny, but they don't laugh. Yes. It's like, motherfucker, laugh, make me feel comfortable up here, dude. God damn it.
Yes.
But yeah, the Rec Room was a tough room, especially for the open mic, but it was cool. So, but R.I.P. Rec Room.
I know. Well, so what do you do after a bomb? Because everybody bombs. No matter how good you are, you're gonna bomb.
Yeah.
What do you do after a bomb to get you back into feeling like you can do this?
So for me, like, I do sit in it. I'm like, fuck, dude, like this, like, obviously you get like kind of like those negative thoughts, like, what the fuck am I doing? Am I even funny? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I also try to reflect, like, okay, what did I do wrong? Oh, I got nervous. Okay, hey, like, why did I get nervous? I wasn't prepared. Shit like that. So I try to just kind of analyze, and I think, like, for me, it's kind of like the sport mentality is like, or just, I don't know. My thought is like, okay, it happened. There's nothing you can do about it. What are we going to learn from this to get better?
Yeah.
And then the next day, I just fucking forget it. I don't forget about it, but I'm just like, okay, today's a new day. What are we going to do now? And then either I go to another open mic or I'm trying to do better there. And when you do better, it's like, oh, fuck yeah, you forget about that bomb. You know, it's just, you have to be comfortable bombing on stage.
For sure. There's one thing that a comic who's been doing this for a while, who's at the store, told me. They said, when you bomb, just remember that the audience doesn't remember the bomb. They remember the person that kills. So if you're on a lineup and you bomb, it's like, I try to go away from it thinking like, no one's going to remember my bomb because they're going to remember the person that fucking murdered.
I feel like it's like it has some truth to that, and I think sometimes some people do remember the bombs, you know, but they just won't tell you to your face. You know what I mean? I've had somebody before, like, so they seen me at a fucking competition, I think, and like, no, I don't know, I didn't do that well, and I was like, whatever, you know, fuck it. Then the next time they saw me, they came up to me and I killed that night, and they're like, oh, dude, you did way better than last time. Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, thanks, you know. But I think people do remember the bombs, but I don't think they'll tell you to your face. Unless, like, that's, you know, true. Some people will. Some people fucking tell you, be like, you fucking suck last time.
The good friends.
The good friends, yeah. You know. The ones that don't sugarcoat it, you know.
Yeah. The ones that don't take advantage of you when you've had too many adioses.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Good callback. I like that. Adios. So, like, who were some comics that, like, kind of inspired you to, like, want to do comedy? Or how did you know that you want to do comedy? Like, what got you started? What's the mindset of Lala?
Oh, okay. That's a really good question. So I was raised by a single mom, and she was always the funniest person I've ever known. My mom is she's a love. She's a crazy New Jersey woman that
New Jersey, hell yeah.
Her name is Karen, and she is a Karen, and she's fantastic. So she made me laugh my whole childhood.
Okay.
And we would always watch John Candy movies, he was my absolute favorite. If I had a dad, I would have wanted John Candy as my dad. I just love his voice, and I think his cadence is amazing. His delivery is phenomenal, and he just looks like he has the biggest heart in the world. So loved him, grew up on that. I decided to do comedy, I would say in the last probably 2 years. I've been writing a lot of dark stuff, and then I decided, like, let's try comedy. Let's do this. And it took me about 6 months to get on stage because I was so scared.
Okay, yeah, and I've heard a lot of stories. Like, I had Whitley on not that long ago, and he was telling me that he was going to open mics to go just kind of see them, and then he was like, oh, I don't know if I should do it, and then it kind of just grew the courage to go up on stage. And I feel like a lot of comics do that. They kind of analyze the scene first, and then they go on when they're ready. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I did my first open mic, my friends told me, hey, there's an open mic right here, like, do you want to go check it out, or do you want to perform? And I just thought in my head, if you're gonna go, you gotta go up and fucking perform. That's it, dude. You just gotta throw yourself in there, and whatever happens. And yeah, and ever since I've been fucking doing it. So it's something that I really do enjoy doing. Is there any other passions that you thought you had, and when you did them, you're like, oh, I don't really feel this, you know?
So I really like to do art. I really love art. I still do like scenic design, set design, prop design, but I was in photography for a little bit, and I love it, but I just don't have the passion like I do for comedy.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've had a few of those, like, one was school. You know, school was like one thing where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to school. That's what you gotta do. And then I was just like, oh, I fucking hate school, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. And then I thought, like, maybe I should produce music. I should make beats, you know, because fucking why not? And it was cool for a little bit, but then I just, like, I don't have the patience to fucking sit here and master this, you know, because you have to make it sound perfect. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna waste my time doing this.
Yeah.
And even in sports, like, I loved soccer. I really wanted to become a professional soccer player. But then I saw, like, okay, I wasn't really passionate as I thought I was, because I was over here chasing chicks in fucking high school and middle school. And I would see other people that, like, they play every day. They're fucking eat, breathe, and sleep soccer. And I would do the same thing. I would watch it. I would fucking try to get better. But it takes a different kind of mentality for athletes especially to become professional. You know, there's a lot of competition for that shit. So,
yeah, a lot of dedication, and I feel like you don't have a life outside of it if you want to get good.
Yeah, and it's a lot of time for everything that you want to get, like, great at. You know, like, it takes a lot of time. And it's, like, just depending on the time that you want to spend on there. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather spend time doing comedy and anything that can help comedy, like this podcast, making videos, you know, collaborating with people, anything like that. I'd rather spend time doing that than, you know, anything else.
Yeah. And you have your hands in a bunch of different buckets, like producing shows, doing podcasts, doing stand-up. Like, there's so many different avenues people can take, and it seems like you're really digging all of them.
Thank you. I'm trying the producing part. We're still trying to get a hang of. We are going to do a second showcase for Puro Laughs. That's going to be September 27th. And I'm helping Gil more on being hands-on. Like, I reached out to the comics and I booked them. I'm not going to say anything yet who's going to be on it, because I'd rather wait for the flyer to come out and you guys can see for yourself. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting, you know, anything. I've been learning a lot from Gil, like, kind of like the in the background, I guess, you know, like on shit like that. So it's cool. It's cool to be, like I said, in every little bucket and get to learn.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hard. Producing shows is hard.
Seriously.
It is hard, because you need asses and seats, and if you can't fucking fill seats, then it's not going to be a successful production. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've heard that that bikini photos work as advertisements. So you and Gil, you guys should definitely start thinking little outside the box.
I just thought about Gil in a bikini, and it almost made me throw up a little bit. almost made me throw up a little. But
hey, it's gonna get asses in seats.
It might just not have people come in. They're gonna fucking shut us down. You know what's funny? Like, I'm like confident in myself, but I'm such a like. I'm not confident. Like, it's not, like for shits and giggles, like guilt. Like, I was changing my shirt last time for the fucking the roast battle that we had. Oops. And he took a picture of me with my shirt off, and I was just like, it's gonna be funny, so I'm gonna take a picture with my shirt off. But I wouldn't just take my shirt off in general, Like, I wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna walk around shirtless, Yeah, dude. So guys also are self-conscious about it. Just not just women. Okay?
Yeah, it's a human experience.
It is.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I was gonna ask you another thing that kind of just slipped by my mind, but
shows.
Yeah. So
producing. I mentioned photography, art. Any of that? No.
Oh yeah, art. It was. So you've built like stages and stuff like that, right? Like you helped build. So like, what like can you talk about that? Like what's some interesting stuff and like what's some like stuff that was kind of hard for you to do that?
Totally. So I haven't done it in my adult life. It was in high school. I did a shit ton of set design. I was a part of the drama department, but I was backstage because I was not comfortable being on stage.
Okay.
I was like, I'm ugly. I'm fat. No one likes me. I do drugs. They're
gonna know my secrets.
I'm here. Yeah. So I was backstage, and I was a part of this one production that we did that was a Dr. Seuss, and we had to create the trees that were like the blue. Put a little picture in here. A little picture of like there's like these blue trees that are like kind of furry.
Okay.
So I had to create, like, we created like the base out of wood, and then I had to create the trees out of fabric.
Oh shit, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, we created a car for it. It was a lot of fun. It was probably one of the best experience I had. I won awards from it.
Oh fuck, for real?
Yeah. I was there after school. I'd be there till like 6 p.m. like messing with the lights, making sure that they're all where they're supposed to be, and setting up the audio, making sure that the set was all good. And then night of, I was out there like, get the fuck out there.
Come on, get on your mark, damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so we did that. Lady. I did a production of Chicago where we had the 5 women and the lights that went straight down on them as they were doing like the pop, six, squish, Cicero lip shits. There was this musical song.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea. I know what Chicago is, but I've never seen it. So
some of you will know. But there's this musical portion of the women coming out of their prison cells, and they're all standing with like this one light over them, and it was the coolest experience to be able to recreate that on a stage.
That's sick. But so was there any difficult encounters that you would have for that? Like,
oh yeah,
like I'm pretty sure you ran into a lot, but anything that kind of like stick out to you?
So my school, we would hold productions of different things. So we had, I grew up in Tustin, so we had the Miss Tustin pageant.
Okay.
And we had to do the lighting and the sound for that. And some of the pageant moms were atrocious.
Oh,
they would just barge into the room and be like, that's not the right song for my daughter. And you would have to be like, I'm so sorry, Rihanna, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. It's just, it's not going to work.
Your daughter's fucking 10.
Yeah, she's shining bright like some bronze. Okay.
that fucking, what's that, like Honey Boo Boo? That like kind of Honey Boo Boo shit. Oh my god, dude, that fucking show was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was that, but it was just like 21-year-old women and their mothers coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those women never had a childhood either because they're moms. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, they're just recreations of their mother. Moms just pooped them out. We're like, you're gonna be me,
you're
but better.
Me. Yeah, better. You're me 2.0. Damn it.
Take this 75-year-old dress and wear it.
What? There was that one fucking movie where it's like a big chick that she's trying to do the same thing, right? And I think she like goes like meets with like some drag queens and all that stuff.
Yes.
What's that movie called?
Oh,
it's not Hairspray. No.
Oh my god.
It was funny. I don't remember the fucking movie though, but
you're not talking about Tu Wong Fu, are you?
No.
Okay, that's a great movie. Go watch it.
I just remember, I don't remember why I even watched this shit, but I remember it was this big girl. She was like, why can't I be in a beauty pageant, blah blah, and she's working in a restaurant, and like a bunch of shit happens to her until she meets these drag queens that help her get ready for the pageant, and I think she ends up winning the fucking pageant. I don't remember the name of it.
We're gonna have to look this up because I'm gonna have to see it.
Dude, yeah, fucking If you guys know what movie I'm fucking talking about, leave it in the comments. I'm not gonna Google it right now because even trying to Google that one show fucking she really went out and was giving me a fucking headache. Can't multitask, man. It's a little hard.
And if you know any drag queens, send them my way because I want to get cute too.
Dude, some of those drag queens know how to do some fucking makeup, man.
Oh my God, they can walk in heels like I've never seen before. It kind of makes me upset that I can't.
I used to put my mom's heels on when I was a kid. You know, I think every kid had that fucking one like moment when they would put their mom's boots on or heels on and be like, "Look at me, I'm fucking tall." And then like your dad being like questioning the sexuality that you have as a kid. You know what I mean? But it happens. That's what we learn. You know what I mean? Man, I used to do some dumbass shit when I was a kid. I used to cut my own hair. I used to fuck up my hair so bad. And then I remember one time my mom had a Monsters Inc. doll, the Boo little baby.
Yeah.
And I cut that hair off too.
Oh God.
And my mom came home from work. She's like, "Who the fuck cut the hair off of the Boo, right?" And I had all the hair over me. I'm like, it wasn't me. I got lucky I didn't get my ass beat. She thought it was funny, but.
How old were you?
I don't know.
17.
17. I was going through a phase. I think I was maybe like 5 or 6, something like that. I was a kid. And I think I was like barely gonna start school, but
it's cute at that age.
It's cute at that age, but you know, in the Mexican household, you do some shit like that, you'll get your ass beat. Luckily, I did not get my ass beat. You know.
The
chancla, fucking it was mainly chancla. Sometimes the belt.
Yeah, we didn't call it chancla. My mom definitely had a sandal that she would do damage with.
A sandal, hell yeah. So, are you just American? Do you have any like spice to you?
I do. It's very mild. It's very mild spice. So my dad, he's not in my life, but he's an alcoholic, and one of the things that he would say at meetings that he would go to, he would do all these conventions, huge conventions, and he would say, I am the perfect alcoholic. I'm Irish, Native American, and French. One that likes quantity, one that likes quality, and one that shouldn't drink at all.
Oh God.
And that's part of my heritage is I'm French, Native American, and Italian, and then I'm also English. So that's British. That's just the eggs and beans part of me.
Nice. And do you ever think like I'm gonna go travel to Europe one day and fucking see what my ancestors were like? I don't know.
No, not really. If I were gonna go to my ancestors, I would have to go to South Carolina.
South Carolina, hell yeah.
South Carolina. And that's where my dad grew up. He grew up in a trailer, and
I mean, it kind of explains a lot why he turned into an alcoholic. Just saying,
I know, and why he pumped out 9 kids.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's how many siblings you have?
Yeah, I have 8 siblings. Yeah, 2 are full blood.
Okay.
And everyone else is halfies.
Hell yeah.
We love you the same.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that. So you guys all like pretty close together, cool at least?
No, some of them are dead.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Ricky. Way to bring the podcast down.
Was me. No, I didn't really know many of them. I only knew the ones that were like related to me by my mom, and then I have a couple that are younger than me that I met just kind of in passing, but I didn't really know a lot of them. And so I would just randomly on Facebook get a message like, "Hey, Wayne Jr. died." And I'm like,
Wayne Jr.? What is that?
Little Wayne Jr.
Is that a NASCAR driver?
He passed away to go to the Lord.
To go to the great Lord. He's in a better place now.
Yeah, so I'm like, holy shit, my oldest brother just died. R.I.P. I wish I knew you.
Yeah, it's tough when, shit like that happens. That's why you're a comedian, you know. You kind of you have a lot of stories you could talk about. You know,
it's a life. I think it's a life choice.
Yeah. Do you ever find some difficulties that since you're a comedian, but you're a female comedian? Do you ever find some difficulties with that?
I have to say, I am so. I think I'm so. I think I'm so. Self-conscious about being a comedian that I don't like to refer to myself as a comedian. I feel like I haven't earned it yet.
I get that. I totally get that because I never said I would always like when I first started I was like I'm just starting, you know, comedian, you know, I'm open mic and shit. I still don't I consider myself a comedian just because of all the shit that I'm doing, but I know I'm like still fucking I'm a baby. I'm really like it's 2 years already that I've done comedy. I started August 22nd of 2023.
Wow.
No,
congratulations. Wait. Put applause in here, right here.
That doesn't sound right. The math doesn't sound right. I'm not good at math, but
2022.
It was 2022. Yes, thank you. Brain fart. Yeah, but that's when I started, and yeah, I can't wait to see what the fucking future holds, you know?
I know. And going back to what you were asking, so as a chick, I think there's this stigma that women aren't funny, and that's been said. Not that I know anybody that has said that personally, but I know that is just a statement that's out there. And there are times where I agree with it, not in the sense that women aren't funny, but I feel like we have been put in this position of we're like these nurturers, and we're very delicate, and we're very kind.
Yeah.
And being a comedian, I feel like kind of goes against that. So
I mean, yeah, no, that's pretty true.
It makes it a little difficult, but once you're able to, I think, break through initially at the beginning of a set and go like, hey, I'm going to throw out something really funny, so you know that like this is a cool environment, and like there's no prejudgments of like me being a chick. You know, like I gotta hit it that way.
And I think like the kind of the stigma too is like that female comics just talk about like sexual stuff, and I don't know. I so like you, Selena Johnson, Serena Contreras, like I fucking love you guys. I know there's other female comics, but you guys, I love your guys' stand up. Obviously, you guys throw your little sexual jokes here and there, right? But it's not all about that, you know?
Yeah.
It's not all about that. And obviously, for fucking guys, like all we do, like we talk about our dicks and masturbating and shit, right? And I try to stay away from that. I do have a couple jokes that are talking about my penis and talking about my sexuality, right?
Obviously.
But, obviously, right? We all have some of those, but I try to stay away from that because it's like it's kind of true where it's like when you're first starting up, you think that's all that's funny, you know? And I think it's just kind of like weird when like female comic sets are just all about that, you know?
Yeah.
And also bashing on men. It's like, dude, come on. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like easy, like a low hanging fruit. And it's like, it gets old after a while.
Absolutely.
And I feel like you guys don't really do that. So I really respect your guys' comedy a lot.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. That means so much because I wanted to do something that was maybe going to be a little bit smart. You know, like I did grow up an ugly kid, and I did have to develop a personality, and I want that to shine through no matter what I do. I don't
look at me.
Yeah, look at me, not my vag.
Not my
vag.
I gotta keep going. I got something to talk about that. One of your jokes, dude, made me sexually assault Gil.
Yes, I gotta know.
So, I hope like it's okay to talk about like your material, right?
Yeah.
But you talked about one of your jokes was about labias.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at the open mic. I think it was the first time you going to Puro Laughs. Shout out to Puro Laughs every Wednesday.
Hell yes.
Sign-ups are 8:30 and start time is at 9:00. And we're also in the gallery. We're not in the lobby anymore. So.
And they have churros.
We have churros. We have beer. We have a lot of good stuff there. But you were talking about labias and how you guys had to cut them up, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why my intrusive thoughts came out, and I was standing next to Gil. And when you said labia, I went up to his penis like this, and I was like, labia. And he's like, did you just really touch my penis? I was like, yeah. And he's like, James, Ricky just touched my penis. Like, what are you going to do about it? And he's like, that's between you two, okay? And I don't know why. I just thought it was funny because I was like, Gil has a labia, you know?
Not no more. You cut that off.
I cut it off. Yeah,
so I think this is great for comedy. So last night, before I did my show, I was actually thinking about adding something to a joke about the labia thing. And I mentioned this one part talking about labias and how they're, too long, having to be cut down, all this stuff.
Too long.
And I said, a couple of lips you could motorboat. And I went like that. And it was the best visual image I ever had. Everybody fucking died. It was the best. But I think doing the
motorboat
with talking about low hanging fruit,
But you know what the thing is, like when you can throw an act out to a joke, like that can save your joke. It can be like an okay like put joke like written out, but if you can do a good act out to it, it can fucking boost it up a lot, man.
Yes.
So just like the image of just going,
yes,
just like, I can imagine that killed, man. That's fucking awesome. Is there any goals that you have set up for you in comedy or just in life in general?
So I would love to do comedy full time and get away from the medical field. Although I love it, I just feel like this is where I want to be. And I am going to school just very slowly. I'm going to school for set design because I would love to be a part of creating new comedy venues and being a part of the actual layout and what the stage would look like. I feel like there's a lot of things that have happened that have developed in like technical that we could add to stages to kind of make it just a little bit better.
I think I think we had a conversation on that on the showcase. You were talking about how there's a lot of old venues that like still haven't like updated their stuff yet, you know? Maybe because the money's not there or whatever, right? But like it would be cool to make it look a little more modern, you know?
Yeah.
And especially because like the technology now, and I think like having a great set would want comics to go and be like, oh, I want to go fucking perform here. Like, look how fucking nice the set is, you know? And that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Hopefully, I do hope that happens for you, you know? Like, do some fucking comedy and build some stages, you know?
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
I watched during the pandemic, I watched everything Bo Burnham again. All Bo Burnham specials. I rewatched all of them. And the most recent one that he had done, the stage there was amazing, and that gave me the idea where I was like, shit, there could be so many more stages that are at this level at smaller venues that would really draw a crowd. That would probably make it a lot better than just a standard stage with a red, you know, like a red background.
No, I get what you're saying. Kind of like the basic, maybe just because like clubs are just kind of like, oh, you know, it's fucking doesn't matter, they're here to see the comic. But I think if it'd be cool to have like a unique look to it, because I know I know there's one place that they have like they do comedy shows and it looks fucking sick. I think it's like Paradise something. It's at the Yoist Theater. They do it every Wednesday, and their background is fucking sick. I even said like, oh, I would love to just go there and perform just for the background.
Yeah,
you know? Just take a fucking nice picture on stage, you know?
Exactly. It would be great for tapings, and that's my thought too, is like you can really build up the property value, you can build up the value of the actual tickets, everything, if there's something more visually stimulating. I would love to be incorporated in that. And just there's so many different perspectives of everyone sitting down that you got to make it look nice in every direction.
Is there any like your writing process, like do you ever feel like I think all comics have writer's block, but what is your process on like when it comes to writing? Do you have like sit down and write, or is it just kind of like you have an idea, you write that idea down and then just kind of elaborate later, or do you write on stage? Like, what is your style of doing it?
I think a little bit. I think I have a little bit of all of those that I try to do just to kind of work out muscles as I go through it. But mostly I'll write something down in my notes, and then later on I'll go and elaborate, write it longhand, and then try to cut things down before I get on stage. I go somewhere that I really, really trust the people, and I really trust their input as to what I'm saying when I'm starting something out new. And then from there, then after I record that, then I'll try to figure out exactly how I want that to go.
Yeah, because I know everybody's writing process is different. For me, it's kind of hard. I have to, I've noticed I write better when I'm not at home. Like, I have to go to a coffee shop. I can write down and, like, either put my fucking AirPods on and just kind of, you know. And then sometimes just having an idea, talking on stage about it. I feel like talking, like, if you have just, like, an idea and you just talk about it on stage, and if it fucking bombs, like, it kind of, like, builds the confidence to be like, oh, I can just fucking talk about anything on stage, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, I get tired of talking about my same jokes all the time. And then, like, also, like, if it's, like, a room where, like, comics have already seen me, I'm like, they're going to not give me the same reaction. Like, I gotta, you know, give them something else, you know? And it's talking on stage sometimes. I'll just talk, and if something doesn't hit, I'm like, okay, well, let's fucking go on to the next topic, you know?
Exactly. And sometimes people don't even know the difference.
Yeah.
You know? That's the kind of the nice part, is you can go in there and just wing it, and sometimes it'll hit, you'll get lucky, and
sometimes you just gotta wing shit, man.
Yeah.
That's it, you know? Wing shit in life. Because if you I feel like if you over prep and it doesn't come out the way you want it to, it's like, oh, I prepped too hard for this, you know?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
at the comedy show that we had done at Horchataria, you had came up to me right before I went on, and you looked at me and you said, "Just go up there and have fun." And I think that took away my nerves.
Yeah, I kind of seen. I kind of like was able to see your body language. I'm like, oh, she's kind of freaking out, and I just said, obviously, one, because there's not a lot of people, and I'm like, just go up there, have fun. That's it, you know. And that's something that like Gage Johnson told me, you know. Shout out to Gage Johnson. He told me, he's like, especially my first open, he's like, just go up there and have fun. And I always try to remember that, just have fun, because when you're having fun up there, you can give off that energy. You can share your energy, and like people are gonna grab that more when you're panicking. And trust me, I've had moments where I fucking panic up on stage, and I'm just like, get me off stage already, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're having fun and it doesn't like come out the way you want it to, but you're having fun up there, you just feel good coming off stage. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But so what are some red flags you see in me? That's like one thing I was like thinking, like, what are some red flags? Some icks. That's the whole thing, right? No, hold on. What's the whole fucking thing about demur?
I don't know. I'm gonna be 35 in like 3 days. I have no fucking idea what this stuff is.
Yeah, this was the whole fucking thing about like, oh, demur. That's demure.
Some shit
like that. It's fucking these terms, man.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, like ick, fucking red flags.
I can't even. It's all TikTok. I stay off TikTok.
Oh, you really do? I'm surprised. Yes. You're like the one person
I've signed up for it, and I get emails that say like, so and so looked at your profile, and I'm like, I can't even look at my profile because I'll get addicted.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't want to have TikTok, but then I ended up like doing it because it's like you got to put your fucking stuff out there, promote yourself, right? But I like promoting my stuff more on Instagram. I have no idea why, but TikTok does have a better like editing system. But yeah, yeah, I don't really spend that much time. Like people are like, oh, I sent you TikTok. I'm like, oh, really? Fucking don't check it, you know?
Well, what do you feel like? Within TikTok, what do you feel like really makes or breaks a good video?
I don't know. Like there's a lot. I just think eventually I'm gonna see it on Instagram. I could just stay on Instagram where I have everything else, and like people see my stuff more on Instagram. So I'm eventually gonna see that TikTok video on Instagram. But I don't know. I don't know. You know what I don't really like though, but I've heard it's like good.
Okay.
Is like, if you want to pop off, like you have to do all the trendy shit.
Oh God.
Like all the trendy dances, all the fucking same videos of fucking, you know. I don't. For me, that's not me. Like I rather post something that's unique, and if it fucking sucks, it fucking sucks, or if it goes good, it goes good. I just rather try to make my thing than like do the voiceover of another video that someone else did. You know?
Yeah. This is my hot take. I don't like those videos. The voiceover videos. I don't feel like it's very original.
Yeah. See, I rather be original than like hop on somebody's trend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're trendsetters.
I was telling Selena the same thing. Like when everybody likes something, I don't want to like automatically go. I'd rather wait till like it's kind of like over with. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check this out. You know?
Yeah.
Like shows, like fucking music and stuff. I usually kind of just like wait till it dies out, and then I'll get into it. You know?
Yeah. Except for Kendrick Lamar, you gotta hop on that as he's blown up, because that's just, you got to, because they not like us.
They not like us. Yeah, I like Kendrick. I'm more of a J. Cole fan, so when I found out that J. Cole apologized, I was like, you fucking guy, dude.
I know.
But maybe there was something that, you know, we don't know that happened behind the scenes. It's like, oh, fuck, J. Cole has some dark secrets too, you know?
Maybe they've Frenched.
Oh, my God. Maybe they did French J. Cole and Drake.
Yeah, they could have.
In the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? Yeah, I like J. Cole more. I've seen Jake. I do. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I seen you do a post on your story, and it was talking about concerts, right? I think your first. So I remember seeing J. Cole as one of the best concerts, and then the one surprising was Logic.
My first concert ever was Sugar Ray.
come. No, wait, no. That's a different.
Someday.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking.
When my life has passed me by. Yeah, that one.
I was thinking of the Crazy Town, like "Come, my lady, come." Remember, like being young as fuck and like not understanding the lyrics, but it's like, oh, dude, come, my lady, come, my lady.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it with his shirt off. And there's just butterflies everywhere. I was 13 years old. Like, I'm a woman.
I was like in elementary school singing that shit, not understanding what it was talking about. But that's cool. Sugar Ray was your first concert, and then what was next? That's the following.
Worst concert. I hate to say, was Britney Spears. This is when she was on lithium in the conservatorship. She's talked about it, and it was you could kind of tell that she didn't want to be there.
I get that.
And so it was kind of sad to watch. Like it was my sisters and I. We had fun, but you could just tell that she wasn't really feeling it.
She did it again.
Yeah. Oops. And then what else was there? The loudest was Kendrick Lamar. I saw Kendrick. Okay. That was the loudest. It was, I think when he initially came on, like the whole system blew out because they just like hit it so hard that it's just like you could feel it vibrate through your body.
Which Kendrick Lamar concert was that? Was that the
This was
it? Fuck, I won tickets to Power 106 one time for the Kendrick Lamar tour, but I forgot the name of it. It was at the Palladium. No, not Palladium. What's that? Inglewood?
Oh, yes. Shit, how are we doing this?
That venue. I forgot the name of it. It's not the Palladium, because Palladium.
No, it's not Nokia. No. Fuck.
Inglewood.
It's the Inglewood Forum.
The Forum. Yeah. The Forum. Yeah. So that was where I fucking saw him.
I saw him there too for the Damn concert.
Okay, I don't think it was for the Damn concert. It was another name for it.
Okay.
Because it was like SZA was there. AB Soul.
The Power 106 one. Yeah. Was this the one? Oh shit.
No, it's something. It had another name to it. It was like something World Tour or something like that.
Okay.
I just won the tickets on Power 106.
I won Power 106 tickets one time, and I saw Big Sean and a bunch of people. I think Jeezy was there. There was like a shit ton of people. Yeah, it was.
Oh man, I was a really big fan of Jeezy when he came out, man. I have his lyrics tattooed on me in one of his songs. He's featured on that song. It's not even his song, but it's called Receive. It says receive love and ignore hate. So every day I strive to be more great. So I was like, oh dude, like this is fucking awesome, and I got it tattooed on me. And fucking now Jeezy, after he cheated on Housley, whatever the fuck is your name, it's been different.
I know.
I was gonna say, but I really looked up to his style because I really like that greaser look and him just being like fucking me in the Bay Area and stuff. But yeah Jeezy.
Well, it brings up a really good question of like, can you separate the art from the artist?
Yeah, I still like him, you know, but I just feel like that album after he had like one album that was trying to like kind of like, I feel like I don't want to say copy, but it was kind of like A$AP Rocky's LSD album.
Oh, okay.
And I just like, I don't like this. I was like, I don't like this. But I still like him. You know, when I hear some of his old songs, I'm like, fuck yeah, you know, because he was like the lover boy, fucking kind of like, you know, if I say it, I mean it, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of shit, but that's cool. I think I've been to that concert too, because it was G-Eazy, Big Sean, Logic, and then I think
I don't know who. There was a chick that was there. I can't remember.
I don't think it was a chick. It was it at the Glen?
No.
Glen Happy Theater? No.
It was at the Forum.
Okay, might have been that one too, but it was not OT Genesis. It was fucking, what's the other fool's name? I don't know, but I seen them all together and I was pretty sick.
Yeah.
It was YG, Logic,
yes.
G-Eazy, and it was one more fucking artist, Yo Gotti, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I don't think we went to the same one, but we've hit the same people.
Yeah, we hit the same people.
YG, I saw him when I saw Kendrick, and it was like this huge festival that was in the parking lot of the Angel Stadium.
Oh shit!
It was fucking huge. There was probably like 6,000 to 9,000 people there. Russ was there. YG. They had Designer. They had all these different people.
Oh my god, that's when that fool was fucking. I got balls in Atlanta.
Exactly. Yeah. But YG got up there and he had the sign that said Bompton in red behind him. And he had these like half moon red chairs and then this pole. And he just had a bunch of strippers come out. And all of his dudes were just sitting there with their 40s and just getting lap dances and shit while he's singing. It was the most wild experience. It was so awesome.
YG's pretty sick. I've seen him too. I like him as a performer. Big Sean was pretty sick too because I saw it was J. Cole, Big Sean, YG, and I forgot who else, but this was in Chula Vista when we drove all the way to fucking Chula Vista to see this fucking concert. But yeah, Big Sean was pretty good too. The one that sticks with me the most is like rap music is A$AP Ferg. When I saw A$AP Ferg at the Aaron Styles and then at a concert with Jeezy, dude, I drove all the way to fucking Santa Barbara to go see G-Eazy and A$AP Ferg.
Oh my god,
fucking crazy. And
it's worth it though.
It was fucking worth it, dude, because that shit was fucking crazy, dude, especially the mosh pitting and stuff like that.
God,
yeah, that was cool. So what was the rest of your list? I'm sorry, I'm like, we were all vibing.
The rest of my list,
because I said Logic.
Yeah,
and then
Logic was the most surprising. I saw him and oh my god, who was the guy that opened for him? I can't remember, but it was great. And then I really wanted to see Prince. Never got a chance.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
See Prince.
I saw Elton John in Vegas for my high school graduation, and that was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, there was like different blow up like cherries and bananas just looking like dicks and balls everywhere, and just him at his piano just while this dick is deflating, like it was awesome. It was so great.
Isn't Elton, he's gay, right?
Oh yeah,
he's very
super gay. He is the king of gayness.
Yeah. I mean, some would argue it'd be Freddie Mercury. I don't know.
Oh, I feel like we would have to do a celebrity death match.
Celebrity death, Elton John and fucking Freddie Mercury.
They have to duke it out to see who's the king of the gayness.
Well, there's only one alive right now. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, your music taste is kind of like, it sounds like it's kind of like all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Do you kind of go kind of like I don't want to say by like trend, but there's like maybe like a season that you just listen to a certain genre and then you switch up to another one?
Mm-hmm. It does go by season. I think during the winter time I get a little bit more into like softer stuff.
Okay.
Just because it gets a little bit colder, I feel like a little less motivated.
Okay.
And so I'll kind of go into like a little bit more of a softer. I do like instrumentals. That's one thing I listen to on my off time. I'll just listen to instrumentals.
Like
of
not like
things.
EDM, right? But just just like like soft music. Okay.
Yes. So there's this one band called Explosions in the Sky, and they do a lot of like background music for movies and stuff like that, and it just makes you kind of feel something. And so I adore them, and I listen to their shit on replay, especially during the winter time.
I like music like that where you feel some type of way. That's why I listen to a lot of like sad lover boy shit. You know what I mean? Like not because like I'm sad, it's just like I enjoy it. Like I enjoy like I'm bringing this up because I'm gonna go to fucking Nashville in like 2 weeks. Like Morgan Wallen, like I got into country. I had like some like music, right, that I was like kind of like okay,
Yeah.
But then like everybody's talking Morgan Wallen, all right? And I was like always saying like, oh, that fool's fucking whack, blah blah blah, like it's all about Kane Brown and stuff, right? And then when he played last night, and I was like, okay, I gotta check this fool out a little more. And then I ended up hopping on the train, but it was way after everybody else was like, oh, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But that's why I like a lot of his music, because it's like shit that like it's relatable, and like when you look into the meaning of it, it's kind of like, oh, it's like a general meaning. It's not really like, how can I say it now? So it's a meaning that like there was Chasing You, right? The song Chasing You, he's like, oh yeah, like everybody thinks it's about an ex-lover of mine, but it can be anybody. It can be a fucking high school sweetheart. It can be somebody. It doesn't have to be necessarily like my ex, Yeah. And I like that kind of stuff where there's like meaning to the music, but it's not the exact meaning that everybody's thinking about.
Yeah.
It might have been Seven Summers, one of those fucking songs, but yeah, I like.
He's gonna post it on his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on Instagram, and you guys are gonna fucking find it. I probably already have, I probably have. But
so you were speaking about last night. I go to Proof Bar sometimes. Shout out to Proof Bar Monday nights.
Proof
They
Bar.
have a mic 10 p.m. But there was this one they play last night, and I gotta find the
last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said. Hell yeah! The Southern Carolina comes out in you.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where is it? So it's last night, but it's remixed by DJ Carmelo, and it's a good shit.
Okay, I think I've heard it. It's like a EDM version.
A
of it,
little
right?
bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard it before. Do you like EDM music, or you kind of like?
I do. I mean, I would rather go to like a festival for EDM rather than just listen to it in the car. I feel like it's more of an experience music.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. I've experienced
fun.
all of that, dude. I experienced all of it, so it's cool. And that's like the one thing like I told people before on the podcast too. It's like you need to go experience a fucking music rave, a rave, because it's a different fucking vibe than like going to like rap and like I don't know. I still haven't experienced a rock one like a rock one. I do want to fucking go see like Slipknot and fucking like Bullet for My Valentine, like all those hard
System
shit.
of a Down,
because I'm pretty sure it's fucking fun. But the rave scene is pretty cool. It's pretty cool and it's fucking, I don't know. You gotta go experience it for yourself. You know?
It's like going into a whole different world.
Yeah, a whole different world. A lot of fucking love and fucking friendly people out there, man.
Yeah, a lot of vegans.
Fuck vegans.
We like meat, in and out.
I like meat, damn it. Hell yeah. If you can create your own like little festival, like what would your lineup be?
Oh my god.
Off the top of the head. Don't think about it too much.
Okay. I would need to have J. Cole there.
Okay.
I also think that I would just want Sam Smith and Kim Petras to come out to do Unholy.
Uh-huh.
Just that song.
Okay.
SZA. I would want her to come out.
She's a very good singer.
She is the shit. And then I feel like I would want to have a closeout by Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
From Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She's my woman. If I could shapeshift into anything, it would be Stevie Nicks.
Remember that how fucking that Dogface, like that social media guy brought that song back?
Yes.
The fucking what's the name of that song though? Thunder, oh it happens when it's raining. Players always love you when you're playing.
Women. What? I can't remember what the name of that song is. We're doing so well with this recalling.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but this is the Amonos podcast. We don't really fact check. We don't really look up names, because Googling on your phone kind of takes some time, and then you're trying to talk and keep the conversation going. But yeah, I remember when he brought that shit back up and like basically saved like them, like he's like it brought back more money to them and shit, which is fucking awesome, But yeah, I remember seeing her in that video too. Like, she's a really good-looking woman, She's a good-looking woman, and
her writing is amazing. Like she is what people refer to her as, like the 70s generation Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that she writes a lot of really intense shit, and she has no problem like putting it out there. And there's a lot of videos of her and the guitarist to Fleetwood Mac. They were together. They had a long relationship. They actually all wrote the album Rumors regarding their breakups within the band. Some were married, some were in a relationship, and they break up.
That is fucking the Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And so they would write all these songs about their breakups within the band, and then they'd all have to go on stage and sing them. And so she would look straight at the guitarist, and she would sing this shit straight to him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, people love that shit though. People love that vulnerability and just like talk about real shit, Mm-hmm. It's like the same thing like comics, the more you can be like vulnerable on stage, people are gonna enjoy your set.
Yeah. The authenticity. People can see through bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, dude. But imagine bringing that drama on stage though, like just like fucking like just staring him down and fucking singing.
Oh, that's so great.
So great.
I love it. I want it.
Yeah, that's cool. We're kind of getting into that time. Is there anything that you want to promote? Your dates, your socials?
Yes. So you can follow me on Instagram at Lala Kellems, Kellems. And I'm hosting the open mic at the Doll Hut on Wednesday, the 28th. Starts at 10:15 p.m. And then I'm going to be at a brewery. Let me check.
Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
All right. Judge. I'm going to be at Judge Brewery on the 30th of August. 8 p.m. I'm doing a 15-minute set.
Ooh, nice.
It's my first 15 minutes. And so I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool. Yeah, 15 minutes. When I did my first 15-minute set, I think it was an accident. I think I wasn't supposed to do 15. Not that I ran the light, but the promoter was like, no, let him keep going. Let him keep going. But it's a little more time. You can take time, kind of like not elaborate, but expand, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of your jokes. It's fun. 15 minutes is a good time. It could be a bad time if you're not, keeping up the laughters and stuff. But I think you'll be fine. It's gonna be good for you.
Thank you.
Is there any message that you want to give to the fans out there? Like any motivational stuff?
Yeah. If you're going through something, whatever it is, just know that everything is temporary. Everything gets better. And if you can find a way to laugh through it, do that, because laughter will heal so many different things. And just laughing changes your body chemistry. And that's why I think a lot of us do it, is because it just makes us feel better.
Hell yeah. That's good. I like that one for sure. That was really good. Dates for myself. I'm gonna do the Spanish show August 31st at Horchateria, the Noche de Risas, and I also got asked to do an AA meeting at midnight, which is good. I'm fucking excited, dude. This is the first time that I get double booked, where I can do 2 comedy shows in one day or one night. Well, technically it's fucking next day, but I'm excited. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I don't know if tickets are even available for that. I think it's just gonna be people from AA. And we'll see how it goes. We also have the open mic every Wednesday at Horchateria, Puro Laughs. Every Wednesday. Sign-ups are 8:30. Starts at 9. Another comic told me this. Shout out to Talks. He told me I need your guys' comments on this fucking podcast on Spotify or on YouTube. If you have a fucking suggestion that you want me to talk about, or questions you want me to ask or talk about on the fucking podcast, send me a DM on Instagram. That's Thicky Ricardo. That's THICCCY Ricardo. And we'll fucking talk about it. And my message to the world is, don't be a fucking bond, man. Don't be a fucking bond. Tell your friends, your family that you love them. Mm-hmm. Like Lala said, if you're going through a difficult time, it's all temporary. And try to find the laughter and sometimes the bad, because laughter is the best form of medicine, and it does change your mood, because I laugh at shit that sometimes you're not supposed to laugh at, but it is what it is. And thank you guys. We'll see you next fucking week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lala. Woo.